Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Glad to have you with us from SB Ballard Stadium in Norfolk, home to the Old Dominion Monarchs. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Old Dominion's offense is on the field for the first time today. Pulls and fires complete. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
The Monarchs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back gets to give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Monarchs look to keep this drive humming. Here comes the option. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. So Penn State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make it? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops hoping for a chance to throw.
That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Caught behind the line. It's Rousseau. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Runs through the tackle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it down the right side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Rides the back on the option, the give. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. He'll do it himself. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. So now on comes the field goal unit. Penn took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rousseau. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. And the Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that.
Oh, he's got some space. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Old Dominion. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Rice. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Monarchs! And they turn it into a defensive score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Fires to the big fella. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. They get to him as he throws. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this quarterback started taking a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Third down play from the gun. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one they had to have a plan for one of the best receivers in the country, so they're double covering him. You can't do anything else, and still they can't prevent this guy from making the catch and getting the first down.
Unloads quickly. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this.
Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Offside, defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Got enough for the first. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. The option look. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Catch in the middle, it's Turner. And he's wrestled to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Monarchs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Touchdown, ODU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. He's got an open man. Turning it on. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. To the air, it's Gideon. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Monarchs headed quickly to the line. They'll go to the ground. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The play action fake. He's going for the big play. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. The Monarchs send out the punt unit. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Norfolk. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Ballard Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And the defense settled in to stop that before a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Showing off the arm. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Fires to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Under fire. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Just keeps slinging it. Makes the grab. Open space at the 25. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on second down. Flips it out on the screen. Made a defender miss. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to get the first through the air. He wants it all. Touchdown, Penn State! And the comeback is on.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Rice.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Using the quick game.
We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Quickly complete. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Rousseau. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Punt is on its way. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to...
Oh, he just... There he goes! 30, the 20. Touchdown, Old Dominion. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that is exactly how you draw it up, right? Hey, we're going to get this guy the ball. He's going to fumble it, but we know our own guy's going to scoop it and score and completely fool the defense. Man, that'll never happen again in a million more plays, but that's one the offense is gladly going to take.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board.
Penn State, 21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Leaves it with the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense. Free and 4th down is coming up. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Quarterback on the keeper. Looking for room at the 40. Oh, he's got some space. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Monarchs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
We've come to the end of the period. Old Dominion has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll pull it down. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the second level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Touchdown, Monarchs! And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Fires downfield. Makes a connection. Slips it. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Get a big play like that last one. You flip the field. You change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Bring in the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Gets the back moving. Going to swing it on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Harley. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing.
Looking to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
He'll toss it. Got enough for the first down. Still running at the 40. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, ODU. Great job by the back on the option. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. NC State is piling up the points here today. They've opened up a massive lead in what's shaping up to be the kind of blowout neither side will soon forget. They're up by 17 over Rice. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Grabbed over the middle. It's Mueller. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, looking to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play...
Breaks into the open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big 1st down and keeps the clock moving.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Looking for a man. It's Gideon. There's the pressure. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
The Monarchs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Gonna run it. It's Rousseau. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Off the play fake. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Let's see what he can do with it. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the...
Turning it on! The 20. The inside. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent to them.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet and not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks